cat was found on the top of the fountain in downtown Opelika.
Keep watching for more.
Good morning, Goiches, and welcome back to the Kennel. I'm your host, Haley.
And I'm your other host, Kiani. Seniors, the class of 2025 senior survey will be coming out soon.
I talked to our career coach, Ms. Hannah, on the importance of the senior survey and why it's so crucial to fill out once it releases.
Well, it's important for everyone to have a plan and to use their resources, use the resources that we have here as best you can while you have us. We know that your plan could change, and that's totally okay, but what we want to avoid is having someone graduate without ever even thinking about it, or knowing how to apply for a job, knowing how to get to college, knowing how to connect to military, things like that. So we're here to help you, and we just want to do as much as we can until you graduate.
The senior survey is a quick form where seniors will simply put whether they plan on going to college or working right after school. Seniors, you can access the survey when you go to pick up your cap and gown. Ms. Hannah will have the QR code available. The survey takes around 2 minutes or less to fill out. As Ms. Hannah explains, the survey helps her and others at the school help seniors plan for their futures.
Well, we use the survey in a lot of ways. We are required to report to the state where each of our kids go after graduation. In our career tech programs, we are required to report that. But also we just want to know what each of our graduates are doing, and we want to make sure that if there's something that we can do to help you between now and May 23rd, that we do everything we can to get you where you need to go.
I definitely need to go fill mine out now.
You definitely should, even though it hasn't been released yet. But when it does, make sure to fill it out.
Moving on, before we got out for spring break and this past Tuesday, Opelika Career Tech students participated in an event in the Media Center called Adulting Day. During the 2-day event, students went through 6 different 10-minute sessions, which were led by 6 local bankers from the Opelika and Auburn area. For Opelika student Brantley Turnham, the sessions helped him understand how financial decisions such as credit score can affect his future.
I think I've learned that your credit score really affects how much you're going to pay for things.
For senior Maya Hamilton, the sessions on dress and appearance were especially impactful.
How you dress determines whether or not you would get the job. If you dress to impress, essentially, or if you dress to fit the corporate job, for example, that you're trying to get, most likely you will end up getting the job because your potential employer can see that you are prepared for the job that you're trying to enter.
The Adulting Day sessions leads up to Hiring Day, which is a career tech fair Wednesday, April 2nd. The Adulting Day helped with interviewing, how to dress, and anyone who wanted to talk to employers about a job.
Time for important news today. The prospective staff would like to say that if you received a letter congratulating you for having your writing accepted into the magazine, please see Ms. Thornberry during DIG this week or next.
Health Heroes will be here on Thursday, April 10th for any student who is over the age of 11 who needs their Tdap, meningococcal, or HPV vaccines. Interested students should pick up a consent form and vaccine record from Nurse Bass in the office.
Oh, Kiani, have you heard the sad news?
What?
There are no more copies left of the yearbook. However, the interest forms for the Zigzag staff for next year will close on Wednesday, April 3rd, and the Zigzag interest meeting will be on Thursday, April 4th during DIG. Students must complete an interest form and attend the meeting in order to be considered for staff.
Juniors and seniors promise on April 5th, which is next Saturday. If your date does not currently attend Opelika High School, you must fill out a date request form, which are due at 4 p.m. today.
Everything is happening so fast. Where's the time going?
Into Titwell's mouth.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
I know. We've been doing this for so long. I'm kind of running out of jokes.
What about your face?
I don't get what you mean.
Anyways, time for our club talk for today. The P7 Club meets on Thursdays from 7:30 to 7:55 in room 269. FCA small group meets every Friday morning at 7:30 in Coach Davis's classroom on the history hallway, and all students are invited to campus life on Friday mornings at 7:27 in the choir room.
All right, time for our military and college news. If you want to be a member of the 2025-2026 Lee County Young Leaders for next school year, applications are now open to participate. The Lee County Young Leaders program students must meet the following criteria.
You must reside in Lee County, Alabama, and attend a city or county regional accredited high school, private or homeschool in Lee County. You also must be willing to be able to attend all the sessions.
You must be an 11th or 12th grade student during the period of the class program, and you must be up to date on your core classes.
If accepted, you must maintain a 3.0 GPA, and you have to provide your own transportation to the sessions.
I think that's all the news for today. Time to head on over to sports with Akila Driver. Wait,
we forgot to talk about our favorite sports anchor's big accomplishment.
oh yeah, we did.
Akila was the King Honda Student of the Week. This award is given to students who show exemplary leadership. Give it up for Akila.
Okay, Haley, now it's time for sports.
Hi, I'm Akila Driver and welcome back to Sports. This week we are going to catch up on baseball, softball, cheer, and teams that are having tryouts, and even get to see some familiar faces in Fast Five. Maybe not this week, but next week. Baseball played against Stanhope Elmore last Thursday and Bibb County last Saturday. They would score wins against both teams with the scores of 12-7 and 5-2. Also, during the break, one of our Bulldog pitchers accomplished a task that most in the sport will only dream of accomplishing, leading the Dogs to a 4-0 win against Saraland. Davis Ford threw a no-hitter for those of you who don't follow baseball. That's when the other team doesn't get a base hit or home run the entire game. Congratulations, Davis. Let's make sure to go out and show them all of the love and support. Their next game is on Saturday against Pike Liberal Arts. Moving into softball, our girls played Brew Tech and would win with a score of 14-8, with 12 hits, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, bringing in another win for Opelika varsity softball. Make sure to continue to go out and cheer on our girls. Speaking of cheering, before moving on, let's give a big round of applause for our 2025-2026 Opelika varsity and JV cheer teams. Well, that's all I have for this week in sports. As you all know, I'm Akila Driver. God bless and go Dogs.
Wow, another great segment from the Akila Driver.
Speaking of driving, don't you think it's time for me to get my license?
You don't have your license? How are you gonna drive the submarines in the Navy Marines stuff?
I'm not doing that in the Navy, and I don't need a license to drive a submarine.
Oh, my fault. Gee. But you know who does have their license and is educated on roadways? Me. Coach Murray.
In this week's Sit Down with Sadie, Coach Murray gave us information about the driver's education program.
Am I supposed to say action or something?
No action. Okay. Welcome to Sit Down with Sadie. My guest today is Coach Murray, one of our driver's ed teachers, who actually has 65 years of driving experience.
Exactly. Wonderful years. Started when I was an infant all the way until present age now.
Yep. Okay, so why do you think you're qualified for teaching driver's ed?
What makes me qualified?
No, why do you think you're qualified?
Why do I think I'm Qualified. Well, I do have a degree from Auburn University, War Eagle, and that just qualifies me in itself.
But like, when you started driving, didn't you drive like horse and carriage to school? Isn't that how, like, the transportation?
We did. It was just after they invented the wheel.
That's what I thought. Okay. So like, what is the driver's ed summer program?
The Driver's Ed Summer Program is a way for students that are busy in extracurricular activities, or their schedule, dictates that during the school year they don't have the ability to take the course, even though that they really want it. And so the summertime gives them that opportunity to fit into their schedule.
But I thought it was for the cars, like it was a camp for them. Okay, so why do people need to do the program? Like, they could just wing it like I did.
You took Driver's Ed?
I was in last semester.
And who was your instructor?
You were my instructor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have like driver's ed conventions that you go to?
Not really.
Okay, so no. But I thought you were like, I don't know, like that's just a little interesting because I thought you guys were still teaching like 10 and 2, right?
It's actually moved to 3 and 9 for airbags.
But you still teach like 1 foot on each pedal, right? Like.
No, that would be a driving faux pas. We're actually a right foot for the gas and the pedal.
So why don't you teach the stick? Why don't you teach driving stick?
That's also known as a manual transmission. Well, we don't have that car, so we have to do automatic.
No, not like a car, like the stick that you use when you like hit the horse to make it go faster. Like, giddy up.
I think that's...
And that's all we have time for today. Catch me next week on Sit Down with Sadie. Thank you, Coach Murray.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Cut it.
Yeah, that didn't give us really much information.
Yeah, but remember you can take driver's ed over the summer. Make sure to get your forms into guidance if interested.
The word interesting has so many connotations, good, bad, and even confusing. But here at the Kennel, we love to show the good side of everything. So if you're interested in art, here's this week's art recognition.
Today's art recognition is named The Joy of a Baby's Smile by Kaylin Ward. The medium is graphite pencil. Kaylin's inspiration for this piece was watching her baby cousin play and laugh. Again, this is The Joy of a Baby's Smile by Kaylin Ward.
Does art recognition make you like so hungry?
No, not really.
Oh, okay, just me, that's fine, yeah.
Most likely. But since you're hungry today, lunch is, you guessed it, pizza. But it's cheese pizza.
The March character trait is honesty.
Honesty. To speak and act truthfully.
True honesty means having honor, integrity, and uprightness.
And uprightness of character and action.
I feel like honesty is just important because it's just generally the right thing to do. Like, if you aren't a very honest person, then it doesn't reflect well on your character.
I believe that honesty is an important trait to have because you establish a true ground between you and your peers, and they're able to come to you for anything because they know that you're going to tell them the truth no matter what you do.
Yes, a person can be too honest because if you're too honest, sometimes it'll hurt people's feelings and people take stuff the wrong way.
Yeah, I feel like a person can be a bit too honest sometimes because sometimes being a bit too honest, or at least what people think is too honest, can be a bit brutal. It can kind of put people down.
I don't think a person can be too honest. I believe that you should be honest no matter what, whether that's having to tell your friend the brutal, honest truth or just simply having to tell them the baby truth. But I don't think a person can be too honest.
I really don't know. I really forgot what I was gonna say. I'm not even gonna lie.
Honesty can impact your everyday life because if you are known as a generally dishonest person, there's going to be a lot less people who trust you. A lot of people are not going to interact with you terribly kindly or trustfully.
It really helps out in friendships because people can come to me and ask me certain questions like, do I look bad, do I look good, and I'm gonna tell them the truth, I'm gonna say yes or no.
It established a true ground between you and your peers or any other person you have a relationship with, because they know that no matter what you do wrong or right, that you will tell them the truth, and sometimes that's what a person needs to get throughout their day.
That's all we have for you today, OHS.
We hope you have a great day
And
and
go
go Dogs.